you thinking like this. These people is not finna listen to me. These people don't care about what I go through. These people can never understand what I'm going through. Like, what are you talking about? But you know, it helps to talk to somebody even when you feel like you have nothing left or no one will ever understand the points in your life that are your struggling points the most. You know, there are going to be some times where you're going to feel like you're by yourself in a world full of people. And sometimes that's the time when you need to pray. And you really need to manifest in yourself and understand, you know, what does God want me to do? Sometimes God will just put you through that point just to get his opinion or to listen to what he's trying to tell you. I mean, we all been in some situation where we're like, man, how am I getting myself through this? I mean, I ain't got nothing right now. You know, nothing is helping right now. Like, God help me, and God will help you. And you'll be like,
you know what I'm saying? That's how I like to do it, you know what I'm saying? My real name is Dexter. I got a lot of more diamonds too. I just got new diamonds, by the way. Oh, whoa. Dexter.
hey, my Zo babies. 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 Hey my Zoe babies, it's your girl Zoe, and if you don't know who I am, well now you do, and welcome to the family, okay? We love you, we welcome you, we accept all races, we accept everything, okay? Because we love you, okay? God loves you, and we love you too, okay? So, if you read this title, then maybe this can be beneficial to you. If it does, let me know in the comment section. But, this is talking about going to a 4-year college or a university right out of high school and, you know, what to expect. So I'm here to give that to you. First of all, when we're graduating and, you know, it's just a lot of emotions, okay? We're about to be on our own. We're about to be big girls and boys. We're about to have fun. We're finna get a degree. And we're just about to have the time of our life because we're adults. And, you know, based on your college experience, you know, or even where your college is at, takes a big part in your college experience, you know. So, for example, I was in my senior's shoes. In a time in my life where I was just like, man, I have so many expectations, so many things that I want to do, so many connections that I want to build. I'm about to have fun at college and get my education. But mind you, it was also a lot of money to go to the college that I wanted to go to, too. So I was like, okay. I got a 4.0 GPA. High honors. And I was involved in plenty of things. So I thought I was taken care of, right? But I take my ACT score and I get an 18 on my ACT. So then I'm like, okay. My ACT score shouldn't matter because I do all these things on the side, right? Mind you, I was in high school doing track, ROTC, and choir, okay? Which, I mean, they all have good scholarships. But in track, you gotta be A1 in track. And in choir, you know, you have to know how to read music. And that has to really be a passion of yours. And then you have ROTC, okay? And ROTC, they're not gonna give you a scholarship unless you're committing to joining the military at college. JRTC in high school, you don't have to enroll or enlist to be a part of it. However, college is a different thing because they're giving you money and they're taking care of your tuition, okay? Second of all, yeah, those 3 things that I was involved in, you know, there's many things or many scholarships for them, but I mean, track, you have to be A1, and to be honest with you, like, I didn't see myself being a track runner or going to the Olympics. That's not something I wanted to do. Choir, I mean, I'm into gospel choirs, you know. I liked concert choir, but however, we had a gospel choir where I was going to school, so I was more drawn to the gospel choir. And then RTC, I thought about joining the military, but however, that was like my last resort because I really didn't consider the military until I experienced JRTC in high school, and even to the point to where like money was an issue in my life. So with that being said, you know, there were still many other ways that you can get scholarships through community service. Take care of all your community service hours. Make sure to always keep up with your community service hours. Or even, you know, just being involved by, you know, talking to people or doing internships or, you know, working with kids. Everything really does matter whenever you're going to college. If your ACT score isn't up to par or it's not getting you enough money to go to the dream college that you want to, okay? So with that being said, you know, money can make a big factor in your college experience because the college that you probably want to, that's a university, probably costs more than what you can handle, and you're gonna find yourself like struggling every semester to pay off your balance, whatever it is. So you probably want to reconsider some of your colleges that you want to go to if they're too much for what you can afford, okay? And with saying that, freshmen and sophomores, normally if they go to a university, they're not going to get paid or given money or a lot of money to go to a university, because a lot of colleges or even the state knows that if you go to a community college, that you can go to a college for free based on your education or your situation. So enough rumbling, okay? But you know, there's scholarships for everything, literally everything. There's scholarships for left-handed people. There's scholarships for deceased, if you have like a deceased parent or something, and even if your family is in the military, you know, that helps a lot too. But back to the military thing, like that's really not a bad thing to do. However, you know, you are signing your life away whenever you're going to the military. So just keep that in mind. However, it's not a bad idea. You get a lot of good benefits from it. So, number one, when you go to college, you need to have yourself together. And I say in a way that you mentally, spiritually, and physically need to have that mindset of being focused, being close to whatever religion you have, and don't let everything that comes at once get to you, okay? So that's working with you mentally. And you'll go through some ups and downs in your college experience, especially when it comes to certain classes that you're just like, okay, forget this. It's like, this is something I really want to do. Am I doing something wrong? Like, tell me what's going on, you know? Or you find yourself like up late at night just crying because you can't figure out like a math problem. Like, I swear. But, you know, we've all been there. We all done that. And I'm just telling you that, you know, let you be prepared. You know, every day isn't a good day in college. It is supposed to be a fun experience. However, you know, you're an adult now and times are going to get hard. But hey, it's up to you to push through it. And really, that's what college is there for. Now, don't get me wrong. You don't have to go to college, okay? It's times now that, you know, you can succeed off of being, you know, without a degree. We have so many resources now to where we can build our own businesses. We can start our own brands. We can really start from the bottom and get up here, sis. It's just a matter of us having that mindset on staying focused and mentally being ready and physically, you know, because you don't want to look like you're going through it. You don't want to come outside and people like, man, what's wrong with her? What's going on in her life? And it's just based on your appearance. Not being fat or skinny, okay? That's not what I mean by physically. But, you know, presence is everything. And, you know, even your body language can tell when you know what's really going on, you know? Number 2, prioritize, okay? Prioritize. If you are a person that is not organized, sis, and I say that because you're gonna find yourself wanting to be involved in a lot and, you know, make connections and socialize with people. But sis, you come to college for an education, to get a degree, to get it knocked out in a couple years, okay? So you'll find yourself being like, I mean, this could wait later. It's only due at 11:59. Sis, don't wait till 11 o'clock to do your work. And then you wondering why it didn't submit at 11:59, because guess what? It's a whole bunch of other people just like you that want to get their stuff done at last minute, and now the whole system is shut down. So to save you the trouble, you know, if you want to go out someplace, let your work come first, like in your planner. Like, if I do this, then I can go out tonight. And you won't have no worries, because guess what? You got it done in the day. And guess what? Studies show that if you do your work in the daytime, you are quicker to get it done than at night. So, you know, you don't knock it until you try it. And so try it, you know, for one day. Just getting all your work done in the daytime. And I promise you, like, your nights will be stress-free. You won't be crying over your math problem that you couldn't figure out in calculus, you know? So with that being said, you know, prioritize. Make sure that you study and do your work before you do things that you want to do. Your needs need to become your first priorities over your wants. Your wants can come later because they're not necessary, okay? They're nice to do, they're nice to have, they're nice to want. But at the end of the day, you're coming to college for an education, for a degree. Understanding your purpose. Why are you in college in the first place? It's because your family was pressuring you to go to college? Is it because it was just an automatic? Is it because you wanted to? Is it because that the job that you wanted was the major, or a certain major in the job you wanted was available at that college? Understand why you're at college before paying and going to college. Otherwise, you're wasting time. Everybody's not meant for college. Everybody doesn't have to go to college. Like I said, you know, you can definitely make your own brand, business, whatever you want to do. These days, you really have access to everything, okay? Literally. So I say that because, you know, some people, you know, it's like, oh, you're going to college. Their parents say, oh, you're going to college. And then you have some people who's like, you know, I just want to go to college because you see everybody else doing it. You really have to do it for your own sanity. And if it's something that is required for whatever field you want to go into. And I say that because, you know, with that being said, you know, your major makes a big part in your college experience, okay? If you're thinking about changing your major because you realize that the major that you wanted to do is not something that you really wanted to do, then you probably want to do that early in your freshman year or the beginning of your sophomore year, because you're going to find yourself doing things in another major curriculum and really like wasting a year or a semester on certain things that aren't even required for your major that you changed, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, make sure that's something that you want to do, or even look into the program before even signing up to do the major that you want to do. And it's okay if you change your major, okay? Because you might find that, you know, the major you want to do is not something you really want to do, and a major that you change it to, you like should have done that all along. So it's okay to change your major, because really they give you the bare minimum for so much money in the major or the field that you want to go to whenever you graduate, or the field that you're wanting to work in, okay? And to be honest with you, some college students don't automatically get a job right out of college with a degree, and that's sad because we pay so much money to go to a college that we think will give us credentials. Yes, it will give you credentials, but it won't give you high-end credentials. It'll give you like the basic credentials, like, oh, she went to school for this. But a lot of jobs are based on common sense, unless your job is requiring you to be technical, if we're being honest. So, number 4, friends. Friends are people. People are people. Humans do what benefits them. Because we live in a world now where, you know, it's all about me. We get really careless about the other person unless you just straight up solid with you. And even those people that are solid with you are questionable because you just can't trust everyone. It's sad to say, but that's the real world. So, you know, I went into college with a group of friends, and I mean, I'm talking about we were solid for years. You couldn't separate us or anything. And a year in, I'm not even solid with them anymore. I have a whole new set of friends that I didn't even know prior. So that lets you know that, you know, you might be really close with somebody for so many amount of years, but even that doesn't matter. But it's okay. Sometimes God puts people in your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And I promise you, it's a cycle. Very rare people are going to be in your life for a lifetime. A lot of people is going to be in your life for a season, and a lot of people is going to be in your life for a reason, whether it's good or bad. So that just lets you know right there that, you know, people come and go, but it's not too many solid people in the world, okay? So choose your friends wisely. And with that being said, you know, be careful with your business. Don't tell your business to everybody, you know. I understand we all have something we want to talk about or have someone we can talk to, but make sure, you know, that you ain't talking to just anybody, you know. Make sure that they're understanding. Make sure that they aren't a person to tell your business or known for telling other people's business, because whether you realize it or not, what somebody does to somebody else and you see it and you're like, oh, they'll never do it to you, they'll do it to you. Okay, I've seen it before. So choose your friends wisely, you know. And I have a whole new set of friends now, but I'm very appreciative of them. And you shouldn't be quick to call everyone your friend either, because everyone isn't your friend that's in your face, okay? So my next point is reputation. Reputation is everything, okay? Because whether you believe it or not, this is a small world. No matter how many billions of people we have on this planet Earth we call, this is a small world, and really everybody knows everybody. So, you know, carry yourself, always carry yourself well, always, you know, present yourself in a good light, always be an inspiration to others, always motivate. And, you know, if you do those things, if you put God first in your life, people are really just hating. They won't have any evidence on you, okay? And your reputation could be with your relationships, with your friendships, with the people you hang around, you know, with what you do. But whatever it is, make sure it's in a positive light. And even though we're not supposed to judge, this is a world where you're going to get judged anyway, if it's a sin or not, you know. Because, I mean, think about it. We all have problems. We all have our flaws. But, you know, people are so quick to point out other people's flaws. And so your reputation can risk you, you know, getting a job because somebody knows somebody, or even, you know, just relationships takes a big part of your reputation. And this is for my girls, don't be so easy. Don't be so easy. And I'm talking about girls, you know. You might be the type of girl that's cool with everybody, and you have more connections with guys than you do with women. Girls are automatically going to think, oh, they got something going on. Even though it can be so innocent. And even with guys, because guys have a hunting mindset, you can't just be easy, okay? It's okay to hang out with the dudes and be cool or whatever, but make sure that You set the rules, okay? Because guys will even try it. Honest. So, girls, don't be easy. Make sure, the people that you hanging around is going to be a burden on you. Make sure the people that you hanging around isn't doing things that you wouldn't do, or that you wouldn't want to see your mom doing, or what you wouldn't want your mom to see you doing, or having you surrounded by. Because honestly, if you have to hide something or feel like something is wrong, 9 times out of 10 it's wrong. If you can take your friends around your mom, if you can be comfortable with things that you're wearing around your parents, or even going to church for certain events, then you should be good to go. But sis, if it's a little bit risque, hey, you're your own person, but you're opening up conversation for your reputation. Socializing, okay? Get connections, because sometimes it's not about what you know, it's who you know. And that goes a long way. Sad that, a lot of people have a lot of book knowledge, but don't have common sense. And so many people go to get these doctor degrees or do so much to have book knowledge, and then whatever they want to do is not even necessary for that, because it's all about who you know. But that's the world that we live in. So socialize, because connections are everything. And like I said, everyone knows everyone. So, you never know who you're talking to, or whoever you're talking to can connect with somebody to help you out, So always talk to people, always be friendly or look friendly or speak. Because, I understand some people aren't as welcoming, but you never know until you talk to a person if a person's that way or not. Your major, like I said, it's okay if you change your major. It's okay if the major that you wanted or that you thought you wanted was not for you. It's okay, but if you can't find a major that doesn't fit you, then you probably want to think about, doing something besides college for being. My 9th point is dealing with life itself in college. Now, this is getting a little serious, okay? Because, excuse my dog, she has a little bell on her. But life, you can't control what life does and how it happens and what it makes you go through while you're going through so many other things, that are important, like college. And you go through, school, and you're already stressed with that, and then life comes into play, and that might be your family, that might be, your financial struggle, that might be something spiritual in your life. Whatever it is, life is like, it's mean. It's mean in such a vulnerable time in your life, because you're on your own. You're realizing that you really didn't expect half the things that you were going to go through your freshman year, because your freshman year is a learning experience, but it's definitely a wake-up call to the real world. And life will hit you in some directions at the worst times in college. Been there and done that, And there are some nights, I was just like struggling, sis. Like, I was crying. I was like, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if this is something I really want to do. Like, oh my God, why are you putting me through this? But, putting God first helped a lot of things that I couldn't even control. And another thing that helped me through those times were counseling. And I know you're thinking like this. These people is not finna listen to me. These people don't care about what I go through. These people can never understand what I'm going through. Like, what are you talking about? But it helps to talk to somebody, even when you feel like you have nothing left, or no one will ever understand the points in your life that are your struggling points the most. There are going to be some times where you're going to feel like you're by yourself in a world full of people. And sometimes that's the time when you need to pray. And you really need to manifest in yourself and understand, what does God want me to do. Sometimes God will just put you through that point just to get his opinion or to listen to what he's trying to tell you. I mean, we all been in some situation where we're like, man, how am I getting myself through this? I mean, I ain't got nothing right now. Nothing is helping right now. Like, God help me, and God will help me. And you'll be like, my 9th point is dealing with life itself in college. Now, this is getting a little serious, okay? Because, excuse my dog, she has a little bell on her. But life, you can't control what life does and how it happens and what it makes you go through while you're going through so many other things, that are important, like college. And you go through, school, and you're already stressed with that. And then life comes into play, and that might be your family. That might be, your financial struggle. That might be something spiritual in your life. Whatever it is, life is like, it's mean. It's mean in such a vulnerable time in your life because you're on your own. You're realizing that you really didn't expect half the things that you were going to go through your freshman year, because your freshman year is a learning experience, but it's definitely a wake-up call to the real world. And, life will hit you in some directions at the worst times in college. Been there and done that, And there's some nights, I was just like struggling, sis. Like, I was crying. I was like, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if this is something I really want to do. Like, oh my God, why are you putting me through this? But, putting God first helped a lot of things that I couldn't even control. And another thing that helped me through those times were counseling. It's a wake-up call, or even, it's just you need to talk to somebody. Because if you keep all the stuff that you're going through inside, it's just going to build up and build up and build up, and you're going to blast out on the wrong people, or you're going to do some actions that you're really going to regret. So talk to somebody so you can have a sanity, so you can be healthy mentally, spiritually, and physically for college. Because, so many things can happen in college at your lowest point. And I pray that, if that is you, or if, you're scared about what's to happen if you're an upcoming senior, just pray about it. Like, I know people think, like, some people might think that praying is cringy, but prayer works if you just let God do what he needs to do. And sometimes God will put us in that point just to show us how awesome he is and how he can make miracles. Take me for experience, okay? I've experienced that. And I thank God for those points. At the time, I was like, I'm just so miserable. But I look back now and I was like, you were trying to tell me something, and I realized why you did it. Even though I might not like how it all happened and everything, I thank God. I thank you, God, for everything that you showed me, because it was a lesson or a blessing in disguise. And back to counseling. If you feel like you can't talk to anybody or you don't have any friends, go talk to a counselor. They're there to help you. Okay, they're not like your high school counselors who are there just to get your information and your paperwork and not caring about your mental health. Counselors in college 9 times are more considerate about your mental health than anything, okay? And don't think that you're weird just because you need to have counseling or you need to talk to somebody. But utilize it, take advantage of it, because, those people too, they can help you out. They know what it's like, and they studied in that. I know you're thinking, like, just because they studied in something doesn't mean that they'll understand, but they can't do what you want them to do. However, they still can help, or they can still listen and give you advice, you know, at such a time in your life. So yeah, if I missed anything, let me know. Yeah, I love you guys so much. And I love you guys so much. Oh, I almost forgot. Professors. Get to know your professors, okay? That is like so helpful. Get to know your professors, and I'm not talking about like get to know them last minute. Get to know your professors. Be in their face, be in their office, always trying to improve your grade. Because if your professors know your name and they see your dedication, they are willing to help you, okay? Not every professor is like that, but most professors are, okay? So get to know your professors, and, you know, don't let it just be about school, you know? Understand where they are in their heads, you know. How are you doing? How's your family doing? Things like that matter, you know. So that goes back to connections, you know. Just don't mind talking to people. Get interested, feel, or at least act like you're interested, okay? But yeah, that's about all. I'm sorry that the video was so long, but I had like my pointers and then I just started elaborating. I was like, man, I really just said all that. So yeah, like, comment, share, and subscribe if this helped you. Comment down below if I missed anything for my upperclassmen. And yes, I love you guys so much. I hope you guys stay posted on my YouTube channel, because I mean, this is just the beginning, but I'm willing to grow. So yeah, I love you guys so much. I've already said that, but I love you guys so much. I hope you have a blessed day, and just be safe out here. That goes back to my point. Don't drink if you're not legal to drink. Same thing with smoking. I don't condone both of them because I don't do both of them, but if you're going to do it, be safe about it, okay? Please be safe about it, because that can really hurt you mentally, and I just feel like something takes you out your body, then it's not good for you. But whatever suits your boat, and you know, just be safe out here. Drive sober or get pulled over. Have somebody that's a designated driver that does not drink, okay? Because you don't want to find yourself, you know, just having a college party and having so much fun, and then you find yourself in prison because you done hit somebody on the road because you was drinking. But yeah, that's all I have to say. If I missed anything, let me know in the comment section. If you want to see more videos like this or any other ideas that you want me to do, just let me know in the comment section. I love you guys so much. I'm gonna finally leave y'all alone, and have a good day. Bye.